Join me for one of my upper body workouts on my Zero to Hero series. We're just going to be lifting some decently heavy weight and getting some volume in. Join me for the workout. I leave most of it in, some of it's sped up, some of it's normal speed. Just kind of return to where the channel used to be and what it used to do. Just have a little bit of fun. So we're gonna warm up. We're doing a lot of band and stuff, external rotation stuff for our shoulders and our serratus anterior. We want to make sure that we can protract, retract, externally, internally rotate very comfortably with our shoulders to be able to safely lift some heavier loads today. Now with the warm up, you want to ensure that you don't overhit volume on it, because warm up's not supposed to be fatiguing. It is just exactly what it's meant to be, as it said, a warm up. You just need to get a little warm in the joints, make sure that you feel comfortable moving forward with the actual workout and exercises that you've selected for the day. Me personally, I just need to work on my shoulders a little bit more like I used to. Has boxing made me weaker? Now we're working into bench press. With bench press, we're doing more maximal effort style lifts. We want to make sure that we are getting in the proper amount of volume, especially with the boxing still going on. So we're hitting some slightly heavier loads, not super heavy. If I'm not mistaken, this is 80% of my training max. So whatever math that is, training max is 80%, this is 80% of that. Hitting 4 sets of 5 very comfortably, a total of 20 reps. Everything moves pretty smooth. It's a bit stiffer than I want it to be. Back a few years ago, it was very comfortable for me to do a 5x5 with 285, and it's just not that way anymore. But we are working on progressing, so getting that done. I miss when all these weights felt much lighter, but here we are, doing it anyway. But don't blame boxing. Blame me. Stop. a.m. bench field raise this week. First official weekend of the strength block. Now we're going into pull-ups. Pull-ups is just a fun exercise. As you can tell with this pull-up bar, I can stand up and reach it very comfortably. Also, if I go up too high, I hit my head. So I have to be very limited in my range of motion. I like to hollow hold when I'm doing pull-ups, but it's a little bit difficult from time to time to do a hollow hold, depending on how fatigued I am leading into the pull-up. Going into the hollow hold with the pull-up, getting my reps in while also keeping my head back far enough to where if at most I'll touch my nose on the ceiling versus hitting my head on the ceiling. Fun variation. Do the hollow hold, prevent you from swinging around. Sometimes even myself, I forget because I tuck my feet behind me and I don't do a hollow hold. Just a fun fact there for you to try when you're doing your pull-ups. When we go into our accessory lifts and we're doing everything else that we need to, such as the split stance, single arm, dumbbell, shoulder press, in other words, just as I don't know how you would want to slim that one down. Everyone has creative names for everything now, and everything's a bit more unique to people's perspectives of who they saw do it. Someone gave it a cool name, another person gave it another cool name. I do a very long drawn out perspective name of like what your stance is, how you're performing the exercise, and what the exercise is with the variation. So working on that one hasn't progressed as well as I thought it would, but also I've been hitting slightly heavier volume because of the load on bench press, so it fries my shoulders a little bit more than I anticipated when I get to this exercise. And hopefully by now you're enjoying the workout with me, or you're trying this later. And if you have any questions while going through this workout, please let me know. I'd love to be able to answer them. After that, we go into a bend over single arm dumbbell row. And this is a really fun variation to be able to use. Definitely feel very strong in utilizing it. Plus you get a way better stretch and contraction doing a unilateral row versus a bilateral row. Just not as heavy with it, sadly, but it feels amazing. Give it a try. Very fun variation, feels wonderful, especially if your core is strong enough. A lot of people that I have do these can definitely feel it in their lower back. And when you feel it in your lower back and you're trying to just do some rows and feel it in your lats, not the best feeling. And a lot of times it'll prevent you from going as heavy as you want to be able to go. So work on that, be mindful of that. If you're feeling it in your lower back or you're feeling it in your core because you're having to brace really hard, definitely work on your core a little bit more prospectively to make sure that you're able to hold tabletop flat back and then work in from there and improve from that. just kind of my thoughts going through this program by the time I'm recording this voiceover for everything. I'm officially on the last week of the strength block, and I am just about to start my last upper body maximal effort day. So we're going to go in, we're going to get that done. We will be recording it to kind of show a little bit of progression when it comes to what happened week 1 to week 5. Not quite the progression I was hoping for. Actually, in the last 2 weeks, I've noticed a little bit of a regression. A lot of different factors going into that as to why I'm feeling a little bit of the regression going into it. Definitely a fun workout. I definitely miss heavy lifting for some insight of how I'm feeling in perspective to the 0 to Hero series and how it was working out versus how I'm working out now. It's very fun. Love everything about it. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But I definitely do getting to miss heavy very frequently. But, you know, that's not the sport that I'm in right now. After we've accomplished our goal of at least one pro fight in boxing and working our way to the top, depending on what that one pro fight is, and then reassessing at that point, definitely the next goal is a strength-based, like heavy strength-based sport. We'll go from there. We'll see how it's going. Definitely miss getting to heavy, lift heavy. It just feels wonderful to be able to lift a little bit heavier now, prospectively. But it's also really nice to not be injured all the time from lifting heavy and not lifting heavy all the time. It's kind of a weird trade-off. Definitely nice though. Anyway, me in the past is saying things and he'll take over the rest of the video. I just wanted to give a little bit more context about this workout, especially if you want to do it with me, and give an update on how I'm feeling about the 0 to Hero series, as well as how the exercises are going. So thank you everybody for joining me for another workout. Just all part of the process of 0 to Hero, and I'm excited to be able to do it. So definitely have to be lifting heavier again. Nowhere near as heavy as I used to lift, but a lot of things went into that. And but we're here now. It's feeling good. I'm feeling good. Excited about it. Thank you all for being here. What do you want to see more of? I can't talk, but we have a lot of series coming up. We have nutrition videos. Reviewing if things are healthy or not. Are they the best choice? I'm gonna be going around that. I think that'll be kind of fun. I also want to start a simple series just called Fitness Talks, or something similar to that, where we can talk anything related to fitness and nutrition, and I'm just working out. I'm just gonna be talking to people. Let me know if that sounds interesting at all, or if there's a way that I can make it a little bit more interesting. But I need 10 topics to talk on for my first video. So if you made this far in this video, let me know 10 things you would like me to talk on, and that way I can kind of start recording those things and just record a workout in the background. So let me know what you think. Thank you for being here. Long part of the journey. Everything's feeling good right now. The only thing I'm slacking on is my running. Just how it is right now, but I'm going to be picking that up pretty soon. I'm just trying to get adjusted to the weights and appropriate all my volume and my nutrition for them. So let me know. And I will see you on the next video. So stay growing, stay small. Of course, as always, stay silly. I'll catch you on the next video. Till then, later. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.